XML file. Basically, you have your metadata, the username. All this is taken from memory, the times, the path, the name of the file. You have a string list here. And analysis of the string list can tell you a lot about a binary. So we have a DLL. No, that's not it. So we have a DLL VM6 DLL. And we also, above that, have a couple very interesting strings. Thermita string, pstore EC string. And if we scroll down a little further, we have a compiled string here. And here's a string that may tell us what this actual Trojan is, since it's unnamed at this time. This string, very interesting. So that's what you can do from just process memory analysis. We're able to pull strings. And the IDA should be able to pull out some of that as well. So these are the interesting aspects of Memorize. Besides the process acquisition, once you acquire the process, you may need metadata because you may not be able to get a good snapshot of it. The import table here is completely wiped out, and we don't do any fix-ups, so it may take some manual work to get the import address table working. But the one thing I'll show you is that this is something we'll be releasing as well. Instead of having to look at it in Internet Explorer doesn't handle big files really well. So this is a tool. Basically, it parses the XML file. These are the files that the process had open at the time. Directories had no process handles. These are the registry keys it had open. Mutants, DLLs, it had loaded. The strings that we already saw, memory sections, and it had no ports. So real quick, I know I'm going fast, but it also, this is the Thermita process in find executable code. We see it has some x86 code. I believe these are false positives, actually. But this cyan color right here are injected DLLs. These are 3 injected DLLs that, when you reverse out, will actually show you will actually be legitimate DLLs. So that's the first demo I wanted to get to. The second demo is this. Basically, we acquire what happens in a forensic example where you want to use this tool forensically. You have a process that's been exploited, or you believe it's been exploited. Your hint may be the port it's listening on. You acquire that process, or you take a memory dump. Then you acquire the process out of the memory dump later on. You identify what process you believe has been exploited because you're able to see that the attacker used the default Metasploit port, for example, which would be 4444. Once you've acquired the entire process, you can now find the shellcode and any injected DLLs of Metasploit. So let's actually show you this. So this is SVC host. It was exploited using Metasploit. It was a Service Pack 1 box, so obviously there's a number of exploits that could have been used on it. The red, again, is just known executables that we don't analyze. Green is the believed shellcode. That one you see right there is actually a false positive. But what we have here is the one we're looking at here, which is memory section 11D0, which is right here. We believe there's shellcode on it, and if we see here, if we disassemble it, we have a pretty good idea that this is definitely valid x86 instructions. My theory about what this, I guess, yeah, you can see a little bit better up there. Basically, this is probably a portion of the metinterpreter loader. We're able to identify it. What this means to an analyst is that, all right, the process has been exploited. I've identified part of it. What I do from here is, because we look for ending signatures, there may be information above. There may be this section right here may contain more of the function. The section below may contain another function, and it actually does, I believe, here. Another more valid x86. So we scanned the SVC host, which has a ton of threads and a huge process address space usage. We got one false positive. The second hit is valid as well. I'm not going to take the time to show you because I'm running short here. The one thing I want to show you as the final thing is it found 3 injected DLLs. 1, 2, 3. What I'll do here is this is the this is the memory section. If we look, it's got the base address. And if we go back here, same base address. Everyone sees that? just so you guys know. I'm going to overwrite it just so you guys see that I'm not playing any tricks here. We'll just reanalyze the binary real quick. It's done. The import address table in this binary is actually intact. This binary, and I can confirm this binary is actually the interpreter binary itself. So we found not only the shellcode, but the injected binary. This binary is not on disk. It's only in memory. So no traditional disk forensic would actually ever see this. One way to show you just further, there's the metaserver DLL. That's just the name it uses when it loads itself. It's not loading off disk. So we've been able to prove that we can find shellcode in memory, we can find injected DLLs in memory. And if you want to just look at this file and hex edit real quick, you've got your MZ header, your PE header, and this was all taken from memory, which is a pretty nice view. So that's that demo. I want to thank Dylan and Hack in the Box for having me, and I'd like to verbally thank Ken Bowen, Jamie Butler, Arrow, Nick Harbour, and Peter V. And now I got about, I think I got about 9 minutes for questions, so open up the floor if you have any. Hopefully you do, otherwise you can do another demo. Anyone? No questions? All right, then I'll cut it short. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter Silberman.